Hi guys, welcome to our lecture on leaf basics. So the function of a leaf is going to be photosynthesis, and leaves are going to usually be flat so that they can absorb the maximum amount of light possible and be as efficient as possible, right? Because all they're going to do is absorb light and use it to do photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is how plants are going to make energy or make food for all organisms. And the key here is that this is used by all organisms. So we all need plants to live, all right? So what plants do is they take in carbon dioxide and water. So we exhale carbon dioxide, plants are going to take that carbon dioxide in, and then they take the energy from the sun and they use it to create sugar, it's glucose, and oxygen, which we inhale, okay? So let's just make sure we know glucose is the sugar that the plants are going to make. So next we have another diagram. We're going to talk about leaf anatomy. I know we've done a bunch of labeling plants, and this is just another one. Some of these words we already know. Like we've already learned stem, we've already learned petiole, we've already learned auxiliary bud, right? We know that this area right here where the auxiliary bud is found is called the axil, right? Because it's between the top of the leaf and the stem, all right? So really the only new information we have here is blade, which would actually be the leaf, and midrib. Midrib is going to be this line right here, like that, where the petiole or the stem of the leaf is going to connect to the leaf. That's going to be the midrib. Okay. Next, leaf cellular structure. So actually, all of this is probably new. So this picture is a leaf, top and bottom. Okay, and what we have is the epidermis, which the epidermis is going to form a protective layer on the outside. Okay, and then we have a cuticle. So the epidermis is these cells in here. Okay, that's the epidermal layer, that single layer of cells that you have right here. That's epidermis. All right, the cuticle is going to be a outside coating, and it's the waxy coating that's on top, and that's this top super thin layer. You see it right there. That super thin layer on the top is going to be the cuticle, and it's a waxy coating that stops the leaf from actually losing all of its moisture. And then the last one you've got here is the mesophyll. So they have specific names in this picture, but all I actually want you guys to know is this in-between area, kind of the like meat of the leaf, is going to be the mesophyll. It's two different layers, but it's like the bulk portion of the leaf, and this is where photosynthesis happens. Last structure, and it was on the last one too, if you look carefully, is stomata. And stoma would be a single, and yeah, stomate actually usually a single too, but it's either stomate or stomata. What they are is tiny holes on the underside of the leaf, and that actually lets air in and out of the leaf so that photosynthesis can happen, right? So that's where the leaves let out their oxygen and where the leaves take in carbon dioxide. Stomata are going to close at night because at night there isn't any sunshine, so photosynthesis isn't happening. So stomata close so that they can retain the water level of the leaf so they don't just dry out. Okay. And that is the end of today's lecture. You guys have a longer lecture tomorrow. All right, so make sure you've got all these notes written in your notebook, and we will do another lecture tomorrow.